RV owners, today we're going to be talking about a pretty hot topic, which is this flexible plumbing line. Now, a lot of manufacturers have moved away from using this, and then some manufacturers have started using it even more. But I'm going to tell you that a lot of the negative you've read about this has been corrected somewhat. And by somewhat, I mean during COVID, there were a lot of supply issues. There were manufacturers using all different types of flexible tubing like this for the plumbing systems that were simply not like what we are using today. The polyvinyl tubing that is used today is better, but still struggles with leaks, and that is simply because it is not made to accept standard PEX fittings, which is what everything else in your RV is. Now, for the most part, even manufacturers who are using the flexible tubing, most of the plumbing system is done with rigid PEX, and then there will be an adapter somewhere that will go off to flexible tubing where necessary. And believe it or not, flexible tubing is pretty necessary in some parts of an RV. If you take, for example, a slide room that has any kind of plumbing fixtures in it, that slide room has to move. You can't have rigid pipe with connections because the pipe can't move. So having flexibility helps there. Near water pumps helps to reduce the vibration within the system. So there are some places that it's excusable. One, just needs to be better products. We'll talk about that as well. And two, the correct fittings need to be used. If you haven't seen my other video about how to do standard plumbing and make your standard plumbing and PEX connections like this one, I'll link that one on this video so you can catch up on that. Today we're going to be talking about the proper connections with your flexible PEX line. And here's the thing, there are a bunch of videos about this subject and a large majority of them are wrong. I've even seen other RV technicians making videos about this stuff saying you shouldn't buy an RV with it, which I kind of agree with them there. You know, I would avoid it, but it's hard to avoid these days. But the most concerning thing is how many technicians and industry professionals will tell you there isn't a right fitting for this, and that's the option, is to over crimp it or do things like that. And that's so far from the truth, because there is correct fittings and products to use with this. And today, that's what I'm going to show you. So let's get some stuff on the bench. I'll show you what fittings you need. I'll show you how to properly connect this. And I'll also show you the issues with the fittings and connections that they are currently using. So we'll start with the obvious here. PEX plumbing, this is PEX B. This is what you'll typically find for a majority of your RV. This is a PEX fitting designed for PEX B. And you can see there, as I'm putting that in, that that has some friction. That fits in there nice and tight because they are made for each other, right? Now let's look at the flexible tubing here. Same fitting. This is what you're going to find all around the RV, and you'll notice that that does not snugly fit in there, right? So what I want you to imagine here is when you go to crimp this down, if you can get a crimp around it, we'll talk about that too, but you go to crimp this down, you start squeezing it, you can see that there is actually a small little gap right about there. I want you to imagine wearing a size pants that are 5 sizes too big and trying to tighten the belt, that big extra bunch that you're going to get there, right? That's where it leaks from, because it wasn't meant for it. On the note of not meant for it, if you have tried to fix this stuff, or maybe you watch my other video on plumbing, you'll find that your standard PEX crimp here, this cinch style clamp, it doesn't go on there. Yes, you can get them on there. If you sit there and fight with this thing, you will get them on there. That's the other area a lot of people are messing up. Now in some other videos, I saw people showing that you can put this fitting in here and then put a hose clamp. Now, I'm going to strongly advise against that. Hose clamps don't evenly distribute their clamping force, and they will start to eventually chew through and eat through this flexible tubing. So don't go that route. Now, a route that I have seen that is really effective with this to combat that people have been using, and I've actually used this too and shown that it does work, is they will take the fitting before they put it in here and wrap it with Teflon tape, you know, 5-10 times, and give it a little bit of thickness, and then insert it here so it has a tight fit, so that when you do go to clamp it, it actually has something to clamp to and you don't end up with that extra bunch there. But that's going to eventually fail as well. Now again, all of these makeshift solutions for this piping are not necessary, because there are proper fittings for this. One of them that I will mention, but I am personally just not a big fan of these, is the flare-it fittings. These are a compression type fitting where you would take the tubing and insert it through. It's a little bit of a tight fit on a lot of this polyvinyl tubing, but once you get it in there, you can get this part of it inserted in there, and as you tighten this down, it slowly tightens it over the flare right here and tightens it down. These, again, they've been used in the RV industry for a while. These are common. These are used quite a bit. They're a pain to tighten, but they do make a special tool made by Flarit that fits on these fittings and tightens these down. These are an option. These can eliminate the rest of the video if you want to go this route. But again, I personally, I want to reiterate, this is my opinion, I am not a big fan of these things at all. So if these aren't the fittings and these aren't the fittings, then what do you use? Well, the answer is simple, the correct fitting. This is a true 1/2-inch barb to 1/2-inch PEX. 1/2-inch barb and 1/2-inch PEX are not the same. If you take a really close look at this, I don't even need a micrometer to show you that this and this are two different sizes. Remember, I showed you that a standard PEX B fitting doesn't really fit into here, but it does fit into the PEX very nicely. Well, that's where the 1/2-inch barb fitting comes in. The 1/2-inch barb does in fact snugly fit inside of that tubing, while the other end snugly fits into the PEX B. Now, I know that it's not common to be going from PEX to flex. What's usually at the end of them is going to be something that is 1/2-inch FIP or MIP. This is what's going to connect to the back of your water heaters and a lot of other things in your RV. This is the style of connection point they use. So what you'd want is typically you're going to go from PEX to the FIP or MIP, but what you're trying to do is go from flex to FIP or MIP, and fun fact, they make those too. I'm not sure why there's a lot of confusion with that. These have been around for a long time, long before RVs. So these have been around. This is nothing new. So for qualified technicians to be telling you that these don't exist is pretty wild. And as you can see, just trying to get it in there, it's almost a struggle. This is a very snug fit. This is going into pipe that it was made to go into. And again, this is primarily what you're going to have for sink supply lines, toilet valves, pretty much anything that connects in your RV is using 1/2-inch FIP or 1/2-inch MIP. Now, what's funny is these fittings, just shoving it in there, it's not even all the way in there. I almost can't pull that out with my own two hands. I haven't even put a clamp or anything on here yet, and you can see it's a much more secure connection. But once you do get the fitting on there and you push it onto the tube, how are you supposed to clamp this? I told you that you shouldn't use hose clamps. I showed you that PEX crimps just don't fit over this stuff, especially once you stretch it out a little bit. You're definitely not going to get one of these on here. Well, again, I don't want to sound sarcastic, but if you use the right clamp, the correct clamp, you can absolutely make it work. Now, the proper name for these eared clamps is kind of like Velcro, right? Not all Velcro is Velcro. It's called hook and loop. Not all PEX crimps are made by Oetiker. I'm probably not saying that right, but this is the name brand of these, if you will. And fun fact, Oetiker does make the proper crimp for this. What you're looking for is an 18.5 millimeter ear clamp. Oetiker is the one that makes these. As far as I've found, I don't think anybody else makes an 18.5. So if you look up Oetiker 18.5, you can use the item number here. You can even get these on Amazon if you have to. I promise you, you're gonna have a hard time finding these at most hardware stores unless you go to like a specialty plumbing supply. But if you look at these, watch this, it goes right on. And then guess what? We're gonna do it just like we do a normal PEX crimp. Just like we did these ones. Again, if you haven't seen that video, catch yourself up on that one because you do have this style of plumbing in your RV as well. But yeah, just like that, we're gonna go ahead and take that clamp and we're gonna put it about 1/8 of an inch below the fitting itself. And we're gonna go ahead and crimp that like we would crimp anything else we were crimping in the RV. Got my blue light, so I know that's 100% crimped. We can release it. And now we have a proper crimp on flexible tubing with the proper fitting that's not going to leak. And here's another little bonus for this type of fitting and tubing where I wouldn't recommend this on PEX. If you notice, PEX is pretty short. Most of these fittings are, about this long here. I don't know the exact measurement. Look at the barb side, how much longer it is, right? much more length on there, which if you haven't guessed yet means you could potentially double clamp this if you wanted to and really secure the end of that line. And that's it. That's the proper way to do it. This is the way the manufacturers should be doing it, but they're not. They'd rather use the wrong fittings. Again, some manufacturers have slowly moved away from the flex pipe, but it's still around, and some manufacturers have started using it in overtime. Now, again, I want to reiterate that a lot of manufacturers haven't been using this exact product the entire time. During COVID, there was some wild times. For instance, this right here isn't what manufacturers were using, but this is another variation of 1/2-inch tubing that manufacturers were using, and this is the same thing. It is completely, it's not made for these fittings. Now, something that you'll start to see popping up here soon, because it has been used previously in RVs, not very popular, but it has been used, are pre-made lines. As you can see, these are hydraulic crimped, pre-made. This is something you buy. This is actually a toilet supply line. This is something that you can get at the hardware store. And some RV manufacturers have actually started implementing stuff like this near water centers or areas where there's a lot of different piping and tubing, because these fittings on these supply lines, when appropriately sized, actually screw right onto MIP fittings, which are all over the RV. And then this can connect to another MIP somewhere in the RV and create a flexible line, like for near a water pump. But if something were to happen, this springs a leak, none of this is even necessary, because you can just take this little supply line over to the hardware store and you can go replace it. This is what I think should be used in RVs more than anything. You know, if you're going to go from hard piping to flexible tubing, you can use an MIP adapter on the end of the PEX just like that, and you'd be able to connect flexible lines to it. That's really, this is the solution right here. But in the meantime, while RV manufacturers are going to keep using this polyvinyl flexible tubing, keep this video in the back of your head, because you're going to see a lot of wrong information on how to actually repair this when there's been a right answer all along. They've been making the right fittings, they make the right clamps, and at the end of the day, this is how the manufacturers should be doing it. It's how they should have been doing it all along. It doesn't take rocket science, but they use the term engineer a little too loosely at these RV manufacturers. So now you know the proper way to fix all the stuff that the manufacturer didn't get right to begin with. And if you want to see some more tech tips, tricks, and even some tours in RVs, make sure you guys press that subscribe button.